Hello everyone, it is Wednesday the 28th. My wife is back from the hospital, which is good. Positive there. So, it looks like this month we're going to be really close on money wise. Anyway, so today I thought the best thing to do was to show you the way to cook top ramen. First of all, you need to put water in the container. Not too much water, but not so little. So you have to estimate. Usually I put my fingers in it like this and then be like, is that high enough? Hopefully that's enough. If not, go back for seconds. Next, we put it on the burner and turn the burner on high. Wait for it to boil. You know, when I was a kid, and it was very common, it wasn't just me that did this, you'd take raw top ramen and you would take a Ziploc and you crush it, you put it in and you put the seasoning and you'd shake it up and you'd eat it raw. The other thing I always find interesting is they got the cups, you know, and some people just put water in it and put it in the microwave, when really, according to the instructions, you're supposed to boil water and then put the boiling water in it. Now, it'll take some time for it to boil, so until then, you know, just warm your hands up. Putting it on high so it warms up faster. You might want to also turn on a fan. And as you can see, it's starting to bubble a little bit. That means it's close. The way pressure cookers work is that it encloses it and prevents the heat from escaping and evaporating, thus making it be able to heat up at a hotter temperature it normally would. This is not a pressure cooker, but sometimes I like to put the lid on and think that it helps it boil quicker. You can hear the boiling. Here, let me show you. Now it's time to deal with the actual top ramen. I usually like to smash it in half, like that. But some people like it smaller, and other people like it more. Now, I'm going to turn down the heat to about 6. Even less than that, 5. So it'll stay boiling, but now we don't have as much heat. It isn't as intense. Sorry. So a lesser temperature means it's not as hot, but it's still boiling. Now make sure that you take out the packets of flavoring. You don't want the packets of flavoring to end up inside the hot water. At least not now. Usually I like 2 packets, 2 of these. Now, as you can see, this is way too high, so we have to position them better so that way they can all get boiled. I didn't put quite enough water in, so if you look closely you can see that the top ramen is actually sticking up out of the top. It's okay, it's not the best, but it's okay. After a while, the top ramen will start becoming looser and not be as hard, so it'll be easier to move. Make sure that we cook everything. I personally like to overcook it to make sure it's nice and fully cooked, and also that it evaporates more of the water. If you let it sit after it's done cooking for too long, the noodles will start absorbing more of the water and become more inflated. And depending on who you are as a person, you might not like that. Now at this point, I could just take it off. It is loose enough that I could just take it off and eat it if I want to. But I like my food extra cooked. So I'm going to let it simmer for a little bit more. That's the term. Simmer. Once it's cooked enough as you want it, make sure to take it off the burner. But also make sure that you shut the burner off. It's very important. Usually things like this have a light that will tell you whether the burner is on or not. Also, depending on the kind of oven, you might want to make sure that you didn't accidentally turn the oven on. Luckily, because it's digital, it's easy for me to make sure, nope, the oven is on. Now that the food is mostly done, I can start thinking about what to do with it. If I put all the liquid will be extremely hot. The noodles won't be as hot. So if I want to, I could just drink the liquid right now. Mind you, it is extremely hot. I could also just pour it out if I didn't want to drink it. Usually when you have the hot drink, what you want to do is to drink it with very slowly, and let just a little bit go in your mouth at a time. Essentially, instead of the mass of water, just a little itty bit. It'll take a while for the whole thing to cool. Especially the liquid will take a lot longer than the... Even right now I can see that there's no smoke coming off of the food. But there's still smoke coming off of this. Anyway, however you enjoy it, enjoy it. Just be careful. Anyway, have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow, and probably tomorrow have more interesting things to talk about. Bye for now.